General Sir John Kotelawala Defence University, KDU, was initially established as General Sir John Kotelawala Defence Academy by the Parliamentary Act No. 68 of 1981. The academy was elevated to university status by the Sir John Kotelawala Defence Academy Amendment, Act No. 27 of 1988, and it was renamed as General Sir John Kotelawala Defence University on the 11th of October 2007. Degrees awarded by the university are recognised by the University Grants Commission, UGC, in Sri Lanka. When we joined, it was just the KDA, or General Sir John Kotelawala Defence Academy. General Sir John Kotelawala, or as we call Sir John, donated his residence with Kandawala Estate, which is around 49 acres of prime land, to the nation to build a defence academy on the request of General Dennis Pereira. So General Dennis Pereira is the founder of KDA, or KDU. His full name is Joseph Everard Dennis Pereira. It was his idea to create a national defence college in Sri Lanka. He proposed this to the government, and then Sir John Kotelawala agreed to donate his land to create the institution. As to what we knew in his last will, he had few conditions as maintenance of garden and also what to be done with his aides who were living in the estate. First intake of service cadets were enlisted in 1981 March and the second intake in September 1981. Then we had the third intake coming in the next year. When intake 2 service cadets commenced our studies along with fellow campus students, Inter-University Students' Union, which was a part of Janatha Vimukhi Peramuna or JVP, opposed our presence in the universities. Though they did not come out with a real issue, as to what we understand, university had a term indicating that if 10 students attended a lecture, then a student protests or strikes would become null and void. I am not certain whether this is true, but JVP did not like students with military background in the university. I am certain they did not understand the value of a national defence college at that time. However, we commenced our studies in the KDA premises from 1983. Even at that time they opposed KDA, indicating it was an attempt to create a private university to grant engineering degrees. But I must emphasize that neither the university authorities nor our fellow students had any issues with us studying with the normal university students. We also proved that we are not inferior, as at the end of first-year exams we had equivalent marks to those who had obtained 4A grades at the university entrance exams. Not only that, towards end of our degree we had number of cadets obtaining classes, including one from intake 2 getting a first class. He later on went on to completing his PhD. He is none other than Dr. Kapila Pereira, who even became the Vice-Chancellor of University of Moratuwa later on. As the logo indicates, the motto of KDA, or now KDU, is Semper Pro Patria, or Sia Ratatamai Kawadath. This was Sir John Kotelawala's motto, and he lived up to that all times. As service cadets we had to follow the university degree course and also military training at the KDA. In intake 2 we had service cadets following engineering degree from University of Moratuwa, physical science degree from University of Colombo, and also arts degree from University of Colombo. We had instructors from all 3 services. As to what we know, we had best instructors from these services, and they were hand-picked by the top brass. Our very first troop commander was Captain Rajasekhara. Our squadron commander was Major Lohan Gunawadena. Later he retired as the Chief of Staff of the Army. We affectionately called him as Daddy. That was due to the fact he looked after as his children, as he ceased not have kids at that stage. Then we had another father figure, and he was none other than legendary Captain Raj M. Fernando, who dedicated himself to KDA. He passed away recently, and he even donated his body for the benefit of students in the medical faculty of KDU. He understood what needs to be done to make the life of a university student easier, as many instructors at that time were not accustomed to university students. And basically we were university students. He maintained his contacts with us until his death. He was used to call us all the way from Sri Lanka, even though we were living in different countries. He remembered our first names too. He was affectionately known as Captain Joe, as he had a resemblance to Joe Abhay Wickrama, the famous actor. He is a key person who was even instrumental of establishing KDU Alumni Association. May he attain the supreme bliss of nirvana. This video would not be complete if I don't mention our very first commandant. During our time we did not have Vice-Chancellor but a commandant. The very first one was Brigadier Camn Silva, or Mike Silva. He was a strict disciplinarian. He retired as a Major General after serving as the Chief of Staff. Then his deputy was another great officer and a gentleman from Sri Lanka Navy. He was Commander Ik Lokubalasuriya. Then we do remember Brigadier YRMP Wijakun, who is presently living in Auckland, New Zealand. We had Commodore ML Mendes as our commandant during our passing out time. We had to carry out military training like any other cadet in any other military college would do. These included physical fitness exercises, parade training, map reading, and leadership training. These training sessions trained us to be disciplined at all times and also lead where it matters. On top of these, our motto, "For the Fatherland Forever," has drilled into our hearts. During our time, our allowance was around 100 rupees, which would have been around $1 at that time. But we received all other facilities such as meals, clothing, stationery, and even transport. Doing military training was strenuous. As you may see in some of these images, we had difficult training. But it was also fun. Have you ever brewed a cup of tea using your metal helmet as the utensil to heat up the water? It was the best tea I have ever had during that time. Yes, we did have a lot of recreation activities. Swimming was one activity that was mandatory, and we had those sessions on each Sunday morning. We went to St. Thomas's College pool. Then we also had free time to read a book or have a chat. Yes, we studied for our academic work amongst all these activities. We also had field tours related to our academic studies. One such visit was to Mahaweli project and one of the power stations which was under construction. Our university lecturers also joined this tour. During our time, we did not have female cadets in KDA. But few of our colleagues found their life partners from the university. We also had annual dance or KDA cadet ball annually. Some of the girls from universities or some girlfriends of cadets participated in these sessions too. Talking about life partners, we had one cadet who found his life partner from a nearby residence. There are many sweet memories related to our time at KDA. These memories come to live when we have gatherings now. While talking about sweet memories, we cannot forget our comrade Sundan Gunasekara, who sacrificed his life for the nation. He was one brave soldier. In reality, he was a Navy officer. At one time when Navy base Karainagar was attacked, he was the brave officer who ran to the main gun, whereas even the sailors were taking cover. He had said, "I will not allow them to harm us without any damage to them." He did not get harmed in Karainagar at that time, but in Colombo he paid his supreme sacrifice with the commander of the Navy, as he was the flag-to-commander of the Navy, Admiral Clancy Fernando. May both attain the supreme bliss of nirvana. We also had the opportunity to take lectures on international studies, and this was carried out at the Bandaranaike Center for International Studies in Colombo. At the convocation, we had the great event of catching up with the world's first female Prime Minister, Mrs. Siramawo Bandaranaike. It was a golden opportunity. We carried out practical tests related to academics at the university. We thank University of Moratuwa for providing these facilities to us and the lecturers too. We also fulfilled our professional training requirements at various organizations. Some of us were attached to Sri Lanka Telecom and some were at building sites building bridges. Finally, we passed out as officers serving the 3 defense services. Our passing out was graced by then Minister for National Security, Honorable Lalith Athiyalath Mudali. Then after passing out, the engineering cadets remained to complete the final year and the rest went off for military service. Engineering cadets completed the academics and had the graduation later on. On completing this video, I must thank late General Dennis Pereira for creating KDA, Right Honourable General Sir John Kothalawala for his donation to the nation, and also all the defence staff starting from the lowest rank who helped us, and also the university lecturers and professors who gave the academic knowledge for making us. Let us also remember those officers and soldiers who sacrificed their lives for saving the nation from terrorism. We should also remember our parents, without whom we would not be able to achieve any of these. Thanks for watching our time at KDA.